All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to Late Nights with All Access with myself, Mike Anthony. Right next to me, Nat Boogie.
What's up?
Nat Boogie. And then we have our special guest. Our special guest. Oh my gosh. Big fan. Huge fan. Miss Angel, thank you for coming on board with us.
Having me.
And you know what? We are excited because this is the first time we have a artist on the show.
So, it is the first time,
yes,
huh?
It is. It
nice.
is.
Welcome.
And I kept on, or we kept on trying to really get an artist on the show, and we're glad and honored for you to be on here with us. So make sure everyone that's tuning in to like, comment, and share the videos as we want to go ahead and continue to grow and get more viewers. I hope everyone's had a wonderful day. It's been busy for myself. The weekend was extremely busy as well, and there's so many things to talk about, especially with the music industry, with Nick Cannon dropping out that
I don't know what
beef
he was doing.
diss, whatever, to Eminem. You don't want to go against.
What?
You don't want to go against Eminem. Come on now, lyrically, like he will murder them. Like it's just so crazy. But how was your weekend? Like what is a typical weekend for you?
Lots of studio and making music, and occasionally I'll do an event with Energy. I got invited to his like little birthday bash thing. That was really, really cool, and I wasn't like a really deep fan with him, but now that I saw him live and like raw, I'm obsessed.
You say Energy?
Yeah, like. No, Energy 90.
Oh, okay. I was like, who's that?
Yeah,
I thought that was a person's name.
They have they'll have like little events at their station.
I used to work
and
there.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to work there.
Did I see
that lounge
there
is
before?
that lounge was my baby back in the
home.
day.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah. So that was really cool, and just in the studio, like a little bat.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So when you're in the studio, are you like? Do you have a lot of people around you, or is it just you? Or
I recommend not. I love being like I don't really like a lot of people. Like when it's studio time.
It's studio time, people.
When it's studio time, I enjoy like 1 to 2, of my favorite people. It has to be like the right, like people can be in there.
It's all about the vibe.
It's all about that, because
Okay.
one little thing could throw it off like
Ooh.
real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then I just don't want to do anything. But yeah, like when I have like my best friends or like my favorite people, like it's fun.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm guessing these are your besties that are here with us today.
Yes. Yes.
Now, Boogie, how was your
Two
weekend?
of them.
My weekend, from what I remember, was lit. I don't remember. Oh, I did go downtown on Friday. It was First Friday. It was ugly sweater theme. So I actually went and bought an ugly sweater.
Yeah.
So we just hopped around downtown, hit PKs, all that good stuff. Saturday, I don't remember what I did, but I know yesterday we did Sunday, Monday. We went to, shout out to Greg Tello and his girl Jennifer. They had their baby shower yesterday. Baby Tello's on the way, so we went to go show love at the baby shower.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. I won a bottle of Jameson. I won like a whole basket. They did it.
She lit.
I don't even really drink Jameson, but I'm a whiskey girl, and they had already taken the Fireball, so it was either Jameson or Tito's. So I was like, all right, Jameson. But they had a diaper raffle, and I was one of the winners.
Nice.
So that was cool. And then we went to Slackers on St. Mary's Strip. Shout out to Frank. He took care of us all night and got us extra lit. So thanks, Frank. I was struggling this morning when I woke up for work. But yeah, no, we hit some spots downtown or on St. Mary's Strip. Slackers, Midnight Swim, Brass Monkey, and
Midnight Swim.
I went to Midnight Swim too. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
like Midnight
getting
Swim.
super like
Popular. Yeah. Everyone's
Yeah.
it'd be lit, and on a Sunday it was lit too. I was like,
Oh, really?
okay, yeah. I think we were there Friday too as well. We've been going there a lot lately. But yeah, it was a good time from what I remember.
Nice.
I don't remember everything, but from what I remember, it was a good time.
That is good.
How was yours?
This weekend, we had a great time at Hotel Discotheque. Thomas J. Henry, shout out to him. He had his Christmas party, and he brought Little John. What? Yeah,
That is so random.
That's so random, right? So Little John was there, and it was cool because everyone kind of recognized him, which I didn't. I mean, obviously you don't hear about Little John as much anymore, but in the 90s and the early 2000s, he was,
Everywhere.
the king of crunk, especially with the East Side Boys and on the music, and it was just so cool because people knew who he was.
I mean, it's Little John. It's kind of hard not to notice him.
Yeah, and it was really cool to see that. And
was he just chilling?
He was just chilling.
Yeah.
He
Was
he didn't DJ. He didn't get on the mic.
That's
just
awesome.
chilling. And he asked his security asked for everyone to not take any pictures. Like he was like, I'm just here to
ask that, yeah.
here. And you know what's so cool is because you have to. I had friends getting mad at me because they're like, hey, or people that know me, acquaintances, getting mad because they're like, hey, can you give me a picture with him? I was like, he's not taking any pictures. They're like, oh, like and they like get mad at me. I'm just like,
You're like, that's not even in my hands.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it'd be different if he was hired within the club. And then, of course, he would take pictures. You know, like 50 Cent. When 50 Cent was there, he was hired through the club. So, therefore, he was taking pictures with the fans or whatever. But Little John was just there because of Tommy J. Henry. So, he was just there trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, yeah, I'm here because of Hotel Discotheque.
Yeah.
But it's just cool. And then shout out to Bren. He was out there too as well, having a good time. And shout out to Justin. He was out there from On the Rocks. So we had a really good night Saturday. And then shout out to my friend Noe, client Noe. He owns Metro PCS stores. He has, I think, about 9 of them. 9 of those stores.
Damn. Wow.
So shout out to Noe. And you know, I need to hit you up and you could be one of our sponsors for this show too as well, man.
Yep.
So it's been a good weekend. But having you on here as our first artist, it's really great. That's our producer Steven.
What?
If you can hear that, if you can hear that, that's Steven trying to show put some Little John
some audio.
some audio in here. That's amazing. But okay, let's get it right into it. How long have you been singing?
You need a proper introduction. I don't think you actually properly introduced her.
Well, Miss.
Go ahead. I want to hear your introduction. How would you introduce me?
Man, I mean, you're a very talented, up and inspiring artist. You're touching a lot of people in your music, you know? And I would say that you are probably one of the most purest voices I've heard, and I don't say this often.
Aww,
and I think you are an incredible talent in general. So I think you have a bright future, and your music really touch people. And I think that's I don't know if that's an introduction, but
no, like I appreciate.
But,
no, it works.
It
works just
so
as good.
I mean, just share more. Like how do people introduce you? Like how would
they often mess up my last name? So it
see,
usually
and
goes.
And that's the thing. Everyone already knows.
It usually like Angel Clinton. That's what they
Clinton?
say.
Oh.
I don't know where they get that shit, but it's Cintron. So it's Cintron.
Cintron.
And if you can, then it's just Cintron.
Cintron.
Yeah. But it's better with the C and the tron. You know what I'm
Angel
saying?
Cintron.
Angel Cintron.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel
Like
Cintron.
y'all got see. It's easy. People just don't try. They just see it and do that. But yeah, I have been singing since I was 8. I say 8 all the time because that's the age where I remember, like, I had my little book and I was attempting to write songs. And, like, I would show my dad, like, these little poems. And I started writing in my diary at that age. Like, my dream is to become a singer-songwriter. Like, that's what I wanted for my career, for the rest of my life. It's been the same, you know. That's never changed at all. And my dad kind of is a little bit more obsessed with music than I am, with all the genres. So he kind of introduced me to everything that influences what I make today, like sprinkles of every genre of music. Yeah. And he got me this karaoke system. We would just sing, and I kind of learned how I was like self-taught more or less how to sing. And then when I got into high school, I would do like, I got lessons, and yeah, that's
Were you in
how it
choir?
was. I was in choir. I joined in 5th grade, and for the talent, like I did a project with my best friend at the time, and then the project was you could create a poem or like any kind of artistic thing, but it had to be out about your book. And me and my best friend wrote a song about this book, and we did it for the talent show too. So that was like my first ever like I'm gonna sing in front of my peers type thing, and I thought it was like so like amazing.
Were you nervous?
I think cheerleading made performing a little bit like less scary, you know, for me, because I get nervous every single time, but that's like my favorite part is like getting nervous.
Okay.
I think that's great because that shows that you actually care. Like,
yeah, once you're
really
not
do.
nervous, it's almost like it just becomes like a merry-go-round, and it's like, why are you know, it's when it gets boring.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh my God,
How old do
you're
I
a
look?
baby.
Oh,
You
you're
look
young. Yeah.
you look young. How about that?
So,
I get 15, so I'm like glad you didn't say. You probably thinking it, but you didn't say it. But yeah, I'm 21.
I think the first time I met you was at a karaoke
Yep.
contest that I was hosting at Pericos.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong because I don't have the best memory, but
That was so
you were
long.
singing Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's
Who's
cute.
Loving
I wish
You?
I had seen this.
Which song was it?
Who's Loving You?
Loving You, yeah.
That's like one of my favorite
And when I
songs.
heard her sing, I was like, wow. I was like, she's just incredible. Like you like I said, she has one of the purest voices I've heard. And I don't say that often because I really mean it, because I think there's a lot of people that sing and they don't sound like they do when you hear it on their
Recording.
YouTube or recording
Yeah.
or whatever. And to do a live performance and you're able to sound like you sound on your recordings, that's amazing. So yeah, and then there's
Thank
other
you.
artists that I think that are good, but they I don't think I wonder, like when you decided to make that step into the music industry, was it an easy process for you, or what got you going, you know?
Like into doing original music.
Yes. Are you a fan of doing covers?
I am. I actually, that's how I got my name in any kind of way. Like my whole following is just singing videos. That's kind of how I gained my following. My junior year of high school, Instagram, like the 15-second videos at the time were super popular, and Vine was also popular at the time.
Oh yeah. I forgot
And
about that.
so everyone would just do like a 15-second snippet of them singing. And I had one video. It was what song was it? "The Time of Our Lives" by Neo and Pitbull. That, you know that song?
Sing it. Sing it. I don't know what that song that one is.
Yes, you do.
No, sing it.
He doesn't.
There's
I don't.
There's
doesn't
that
know
one's
music.
like, ooh, all the time of my life.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
like
know.
that that one like kind of account reposted it, and it went viral, and that's how I got my Instagram following. And then I would do like a cover every Friday, and I've been writing since I was like 8, but I didn't take it seriously until I was 16. So like at that time in my junior year of high school, I quit everything, extracurricular activities, and I started recording like my own music. I would hop on my brother's rap songs because they had like this rap group like when they were in high school. So I was like 12 and 13, and I started off in the little closet studio with my brothers, and they would just see like, Nina, they call me Nina, they're like, Nina, can you write a hook for our song? And I would just go like write cheesy hooks.
I want to hear one of these songs.
Yeah, me
They're locked away in
They're
the
locked away.
dungeon. But I listen to them and cringe like hella hard. But yeah, that's kind of where it all started. And then, so I guess my junior year is when I was finally like, I need to find my sound. I need to sculpt my sound and put music out there that represents me as a person and as an artist. And I think now I could finally say that I have what I want to represent and who I want to be and what I want to sound like now. I was still searching, even my junior year when I first started. But
Do you get people saying, "Oh, she's the like she sounds like, or like any like relations to Mariah Carey or
when it comes
what's
to
the other girl,
Ariana Grande.
Like,
Yeah.
do people like compare you to that or no?
When it comes to my voice, yes, Ariana Grande.
And do
I
you take
hear a
that with
lot
the
of
compliment?
I do because she's like I believe she's a legend. Like I
Yeah.
love her to death. But I also, I love when people just, it's a compliment, and it's also like maybe I need to sculpt my sound a little bit,
There you go.
so that I don't, mimic or sound like
Yeah.
I'm trying to mimic someone else. But I think it's an honor to, I would
Be
like
compared to someone like that.
yeah, like every time someone asks me like who would you, describe your inspirations, or like how would you describe your sound, like I always like name 4 artists, and I'm like, if these people had a baby, that's me. Like
So
I always
who are they?
okay, it's I know you're putting me on the spot, it's like if Janae Aiko,
Oh, I love her.
Okay, yeah.
Jesse Reyes,
Okay.
Alicia Keys,
Okay.
and Beyonce had a baby, I think that would be.
Nice.
Dang, that's actually yeah.
That's a nice
Yeah.
pick right
That's a
there.
nice pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, all those women raised me. Like how I learned how to sing, I think those were my like.
They're the biggest influences.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Awesome.
Tori Kelly! I can't
Oh, I
believe I
love
left
Tori
her
Kelly,
out.
too.
That's my mom. I like.
love her.
I
too.
was
What does she
obsessed.
sing? Tori Kelly.
Actually, I haven't heard anything from her in a while. But...
She actually is doing more of like gospel music
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
which I think is what she, has always wanted to do. Oh my God, she's like my freaking mom though.
She's really cool, and she's
she's
super humble.
amazing.
She was at the
She's
radio station
so
a couple
sweet.
times, and she was just like talking
Yes.
to everybody. She even gave me a hug the second time she came
I
around. She remembered
have
me. I was
so
like, oh, shit.
many dreams that I meet her, and like in my dreams, and I've never met her in person,
Really?
but I've had multiple dreams of like hugging her, like and meeting
She's
her.
really dope.
So if people, if you like and comment and share this video, maybe it'll get to her. You never know.
I
Never
will
know.
say she's one person that we were talking the other day with some of my friends how I hate when there's somebody that you look up to, like a celebrity or something, and then you meet them and they're like the biggest asshole. Or
Oh,
they're
yeah,
stuck
that
up,
did
and I
happen,
love how
yeah.
who was it? Who was it?
Who
with?
was
I
it?
don't want to say because I mean they
Music?
probably have no idea who I am at all. I opened up for them at the Aztec Theater. That's all the hint that I'm gonna give you, and it was like this past year. They're amazing, and I think that like they're
Oh, I know who you open up for, but I can't think of
I'm
who
gonna
it
look
is.
this up.
yeah, you'll see. I just don't want to like
I
throw any
hate-
names out there,
I hate
but
not remembering
and I don't
this.
even think it was them though. I think it was their security because it was just very ugly. But even me, like I think if I were at that level to where I had security and they were like screaming at my fans like in the meet and greet line, I would be like, yo, like
Yeah.
you're fired
Yeah,
because
it's
like
not
I don't
okay.
want nobody talking to my people like that. Like I just think that's not it.
So do you ever
not
see
it.
yourself like? I think you will reach that level of success.
Thank you.
So when you do you ever see yourself ever changing, or do you think you're gonna still stay the same? Like when it comes to meet and greets and people, like
What do you mean by changing?
like attitude wise, do you think you'll be like humble still, or do you think that you'll be one of those artists to where you're like, don't come say hi to me?
No, I
know what I
don't
mean?
think
Like-
I'll be like that. I don't ever want to be like that. But then again, none of us really sincerely know how frustrating it is when you're at that level where people are just constantly all up in your shit. Like, I'm sure they feel suffocated, and it gets in their head,
So you're very popular, and especially here in San Antonio, and people know who you are. So how do you react to that when people see you, or they're like, "Hey,
I'm a
can I get a picture?"
crybaby. I cry. Like I think this past year was the very first time ever that I saw someone cry when they met me, and it was a
Oh,
little
that's
girl,
cute.
and I cried like with her, like all ugly, crying because she's like I've always wanted to meet you. It was at the Essex Festival with Ashanti this year when she did it, and it was the cutest thing ever. Like. And she, like, the fact that she even went there, like, it was her sisters that were with her, and they, like, were pushing her towards me, and she was just like this the whole time.
cute is
So, yeah, like, I was tripping. Like, I was like, I'm a freaking human. Like, I'm just just seeing a little girl get like that, because I cried when I saw Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? So like to see someone do that, like all of that, I was just like, wow, like that's wild.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cute.
so I just, every ounce of like anyone who supports me or listens to me at all, like I think that's all of my dreams coming true. Like it just makes it all worth it, you know, like the little angel inside of me, the 8-year-old, like she freaks out every single time. It hasn't like gotten old at all. Like every time it happens, I'm like, wow, like that's crazy.
That's dope. I mean, you have some fans watching right now, actually. I don't know, you know Soul Child Jordan? He said, oh my gosh, is that Angel Sing Throne with a bunch of
I
highs?
saw that, yeah.
So
Hi.
that's Jordan. He was the one that was hosting at the Manifest Festival. He was the one that was on the mic.
Yes, Jordan.
And then someone
What's
else said they
up?
love you.
Oh, that's
Miss
my
Daisy?
girl. That's
Miss
my
Daisy?
best
Okay.
friend. Yeah.
Shout out to Daisy. Shout out to everyone watching.
Daisy.
Frank, Daniel, I see all y'all. So if y'all have any questions for her, of course, please feel free to write them down or comment so we can ask.
Is there a certain genre of music that you stick to, or do you think that as an artist, two questions actually. Do you think artists should stick to one genre, and do you see yourself doing that, or do you see yourself doing other projects?
I think nowadays there's no such thing as genres, especially with like the younger artists. In my eyes, everyone's just kind of like, look at like Lil Nas, like he just did a freaking. There's rappers doing country songs, and it's like, you know, everything's just very mixed and flexible right now, and there's absolutely no rules. And I feel like back in the day, people didn't really have a lot of like leverage or like any flexibility. Like they couldn't
crossing over to different.
Yeah, like they couldn't do that without people like being like weirded out. Like people would be too scared if they saw that back in the day. But now it's becoming a more normal thing.
I think one of the first artists or rappers hip hop was Nelly, right? Nelly with Tim McGraw when they did that one song.
Country thing.
Yeah, that country thing. That was like the only one I could think of. But yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Speaking about rappers, there was a death of
Juice WRLD. I was just about to ask about that.
Yeah.
Did you listen to him?
I do. Not like religiously, but I did get to see a little bit of his set at Malaluna this year, and he seemed like a very genuine person. He was like talking to the crowd, and he was inspiring. So
it was a good set. I was surprised because I don't really listen to him on my own time either, but you know, when I hear his stuff. But yeah, watching him at Malaluna, he actually put on a pretty good show.
You could tell that he loves what he does. Yeah.
And then that happened, so I was like, that's crazy that
I saw. I wasn't a big fan of, like, not to say fan. I didn't listen to his music as well. And when I heard he passed away, then you see all the people that are posting about him. And I saw an interview that he did with Sway, and he was talking about death, and he was talking about like just that in general, and what meanings he has for, I guess, like his songs. He's a really smart guy. Like he was a smart guy, or is a smart guy, and did you see the videos of like people were like making fun of him and mocking him?
I did see that.
Seizures,
like that challenge or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
I think that wasn't that beforehand though, because I know that was like a trend on TikTok because my siblings were doing it. Like I saw
seizure thing.
Yeah, like it was a thing.
So that wasn't.
I don't
based
think
on him?
I think people are recircling it to him only because some of the kids that were doing it, they were doing it to his song. So that's probably why it's like
I think it's
circling back to that.
Yeah,
but I saw that before, like months ago.
So when I saw the news of him passing away, and then I saw that, I was like, that's sick. I was like, people are like need a
But it was crazy because there's a video I was watching earlier that kind of breaks down some weird stuff about how he passed when he turned 21, which he had just turned 21 on like the 2nd, so that's so sad. But in some of his songs, or I think one of his songs, he does reference passing away at 21. And then there was another one where he was talking about John Lennon, and they ended up passing on the same date. John Lennon and Juice WRLD both passed on the 8th. Like, it's a crazy kind of like a conspiracy video. I was on Facebook somewhere.
I'm all, where'd you see that? Because I want to watch it.
It breaks it down, but they were talking about the TikTok challenge too, but it breaks down some weird stuff, like it's some kind of conspiracy thing.
Yeah, because like in that interview with Sway, he talks about stuff like that. And that's so crazy because I think he knew, because he had something wrong with him, right? Like
No, he was taking drugs.
Oh, is this just drugs? I didn't.
Yeah,
so
he
you
said
didn't-
apparently from what I read earlier, apparently the people on his jet, whoever was flying his jet, notified the police that they had guns on them, and I guess when you're on a plane, that's you're not supposed to have guns on you.
Yes, of course.
And so I guess they notified the authorities. So when they landed, the feds were waiting for them. So apparently he was doing. I guess he had a Percocet problem, and he popped all the Percocets he had to hide it from the feds. So and that's
Where
what
did you
happened.
see that?
On Facebook. I was on Facebook all day today looking at stuff.
And that
Dang.
was like an official.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like an official thing, and it talked about how they like seized like 70 pounds of weed and all this shit from the plane. Like it was all kinds of stuff. But they're saying that
gosh.
they think that's probably a reason as to why that happened, because
yeah.
he popped all those
So
pills.
young, and man, I don't get why when you're getting into that level, because he wasn't like at his peak, but he was getting there. Like why they do that? Why they
Turn to that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah.
I think when you're at that level, you start feeling some type of like invincible. Like you feel like you're just invincible. Like nothing
Yeah.
can touch you or affect you. You're this person, and I mean it's sad. It definitely is sad to lose someone so young. And that had a huge impact on today's society.
Yeah, especially the younger generations. From what I've noticed, I've seen like the younger generations, of course, going to that
Yeah.
music and genre of music. What gets you inspired to write your music? And
I would say daily situations that I
Yeah?
deal with. Yeah, almost like I can't really write if it's not something that I've seen someone go through or that I have gone through. Like that's how it flows, like with myself. Sometimes I'll try to just randomly think of something and a topic, but it always is more natural when I just jot down. I have so many notes in my phone if I'm upset about something or if I witness something, or sometimes I even like eavesdrop on people's conversations. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'll be in a public place, and if I hear someone like on the phone and they're upset and they're talking to someone else, I'll try to like put two and two together, and it's interesting. Like putting
Well, that's
myself in
material
someone
that you
else's
did,
shoes.
yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone, it's weird when you like think about the fact that every single human being in this room right now is like, they have their own life and like millions of situations that they have gone through and that they're gonna go through, and they're different from yours. Like, yeah.
There's a song I was listening to on the way here. I think it's called Riding Waves, I want to say. Is that
Yeah.
what it's called? That's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think that was my favorite song. I was listening to Dreamcatcher, right? Is the
Yeah,
album.
yeah.
But because the lyrics spoke to me, because I was like, you know what, that's me. I'm
Girl,
I'm a heartbreaker. I'm like,
Yeah. You just can't help it. Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
sing the hook for me just really quick?
Sing it. No,
I
yeah,
want them to
sing it.
hear it so they know what I'm talking about. Because my friends will be like, you know what, yeah, that's her.
Okay. I'm just like the boys my daddy told me about. Never thought they'd ever come out of my mouth. Breaking hearts like mine and shed it on the ground. Riding waves till they come crashing down.
Yep, that's me right there.
That's
Like, yeah, that's me. I was literally listening to the hook. I was like, man, that's definitely my song for sure.
Yeah. That was like the first song I was ever like, well, I suck. Like, when you just feel like shitty about breaking someone's heart, especially when you like care about them. It's almost like that situation where you kind of know you're not feeling the same exact way about the other person, and you just know how precious and like fragile they are, so you don't want to be like,
man, heartbreaker.
Me as fuck.
Yeah, it's a really ugly feeling, but
Keep on
it
sharing,
you
keep on.
can't just let it drag.
You gotta be happy.
So
You
what
gotta
got
make
you?
sure you're happy.
So what got you writing that song? Was that a personal?
Obviously, she can relate. So
Yes. Was that a personal thing?
it
Though?
was a personal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and this is gonna get probably personal. When your previous relationships, now that they see like your songs and all that, do they reach out to you and be like, "Fuck that," or like,
That was about me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So like sometimes
I mean, like if that an ex-girlfriend singing about me, I'm like, "Fuck that shit." I'm about to make up a song.
well, like
Shit, I'll write something right now.
honestly, I'll like pick and choose how, like, it depends on how terrible or not terrible, it ended. Like, if we
Yes.
ended off on bad terms, I'm gonna write hella songs about you, and you're gonna know that it's about you, because, you know what I'm saying? If the shoe fits, it fits. And sometimes I'll throw, like, super specific, like, details so that they know, you know? I've done that to a few of them. That's just, like, the power of being an artist, I think, is there's really no rules. If you're not saying no names, like... You know
Freedom
what I'm
of
saying?
speech
I'm not
kind of
saying
thing.
I'm over here making diss tracks about everybody, but like I'm just being completely honest. But I think
Which
I
is
do
your
put,
favorite one?
Favorite one about an ex?
Yeah.
I think Seeing Stars, because that person ghosted me, so I like proudly wrote that, and it's proudly like an anthem that people have messaged me and told me that they've gotten through like their breakup, said they've been ghosted before. So I think those are always the best ones, you know. That one's probably my favorite because it's kind of like really dainty and happy and acoustic, but it's like saying "fuck you, I don't need you." Like, that's why it's my favorite.
Is that the one you're talking about, fuckboys or something like
Yes.
that in it? Okay,
Yeah.
I was listening to that too.
Yeah.
Sing a chorus from there. Do it. People want to hear.
Everyone's asking me to sing.
Everyone's
Everyone's
asking you to sing.
Okay. Imaginary guitar. Okay. 'Cause you were seeing city lights and I was seeing stars. You love me in the dark, but in daylight it was hard. I should really stop believing all these fuckboys from the start. Was
get
it
it.
the gold chains or the sweet face? How we never lost that spark.
Damn, that's just right there, powerful. You know what? People that are watching right now, the viewers, keep on commenting. Have any questions for Angel, just write them down. We're going to take a quick break at this moment, but when we come back, we're going to get some more information on Angel and talk about some more stuff about her and what she has upcoming events and projects. So don't go anywhere. All right, there you have it right there. You have Alamo Biscuit, one of my favorite brunch spots. And while we're right now during the break, you said you actually love that spot too as well, right?
I love it. Love, love, love.
I still need to go.
My girls
Can
go
we-
there a lot.
Can we all go together soon?
We all gotta go
Everyone's
there.
been going and I've been missing out and it looks amazing.
Shout out
I'm
to
a-
John and Caesar, the Animal Biscuit Company. If you haven't been there, it's a brunch restaurant. They won the San Antonio Brunch Festival's
They did.
award this first year when we had it in September. And just a shameless plug, we're going to be announcing more details on the second annual of the San Antonio Brunch Festival coming up too as well for next year in September 2020. And you had Smoke Barbecue, and we got to give a shout out to Adrian Martinez for sponsoring Late Nights with All Access, especially with the Ember Room. And that's where we're at right now at this moment. And if you are interested in sharing and want your business to be promoted, please directly inbox message us and share your promo videos, because we are looking to share some more of other people's businesses. But going back to the brunch.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
What do you usually order? Like, what's your favorite thing to eat?
Yeah.
The first 2 times I got the same ting. Oh my god.
Same what?
thing. Same ting. The Texas.
That's gonna be trending now.
what
Ting
is
ting
it?
ting 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 ting.
What is it called? The Texas. Some. I think it is. It has like a lot. Like. And it just says Texas, okay? It's on the bottom.
It's on the bottom. It says Texas.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like
it
a
has like
sampler? Because everything on
no,
it?
it has like refried beans. It's like your typical Tex-Mex thing, but in like really good form. And then it comes with a little.
You have to
biscuit.
go, Natalie.
I know. Can we go?
I tend to
You're
hear-
supposed to take me.
Go. We all can go. We're all gonna go. Make sure
Yes.
everyone's going.
Because it's a must. It's so good.
I hear a lot of people talk about it. Even at my
So
job, I
good.
hear people talk about it. So I'm slacking.
Well, you had some of the food, right? When
Here, yeah, at the brunch festival. But
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see what that menu like.
Yeah. And you know what? The good thing about the restaurant is the menu itself. It's very affordable.
Yes.
You know
it's
how
not
it's,
crazy.
yeah, you go
Yeah.
to a restaurant and they, giving you brunch and they're asking for $25 for a brunch plate or entree,
Mm-hmm.
and they're really affordable and it's delicious. So
Very
how
good.
often do you go there?
Okay, to be completely honest, I've only been like 5 times, but I think but it's my favorite. So the very first time I went
I like how she
with,
do that stuff.
with Jasmine, I went with Jasmine, and then I just started occasionally going, like
That's good.
all the time. Every chance that we get, we're like brunch, because I just love breakfast in general. I could eat it
Mhm.
like for breakfast, lunch, and
day.
dinner.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I can
But
eat breakfast all day.
if you like brisket, I had the brisket Benedict.
Ooh.
Oh
that
yeah,
was-
that is
sounds
so
good.
good. That is good.
I'm
Game
hungry now.
over. It was super good.
Okay.
It was too big because I only ate half of it, but it was really good. Like
Now I'm reading some of the comments. Do you speak Spanish?
I don't. I downloaded an app and I'm learning right now.
Okay.
My parents did not teach me and they both speak fluently, so mom and dad, you kind of slacked on that part. But my dad's from El Paso, my mom's from Marion, so like they are fluent, like super
Okay.
fluent. So every time
Do you
I
understand
go,
it?
to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
I really can put sentences together, but I just don't know how to respond, so I just look like a freaking just sitting there like I can understand, but I just cannot speak it. It's the most frustrating thing ever. So I really am
bad.
trying to learn like on my
That's
own.
good. Now, can you sing in Spanish? Even though, and there's a difference because my brother, he's a really good singer, my brother, but he never took that.
know that.
Yeah, Caesar can sing incredible, and again, I don't know, just say this, but he knows how. He doesn't speak Spanish, but he knew how to sing Spanish songs.
Yeah, me too. I could
So,
read it very
yeah.
well as well. Like
Okay.
a whole Spanish book, like I could read it. I just don't know what I'm saying. Like,
I'm the whitest Mexican ever. Like I cannot.
same.
Like seriously, like me.
yeah.
Yeah, Mom, God bless your soul, Mama, but she should have taught me some Spanish, but she was keeping secrets.
That's what I was just gonna
She
say.
keeping
They
secrets.
love like talking to their friends and my tias and be like, yeah, la rakataka na manana. Like while looking at you with that side eye, like you're talking about me, but they're just It's a code. It's a code that they enjoy. Like
Now you were able to sing the national anthem at the Lakers and Spurs game. How was that experience?
it was a goal and
Uh-huh.
something on my bucket list that I got to do. It was like a dream come true because I did back in my day when I was like 15 years old. I tried to publicly submit a video. It was during the playoffs, so there was really no way I was gonna get it. But I just like posted a video of me singing the national anthem in a Spurs jersey, and I was like, it would be an honor to do the national anthem at a Spurs playoff game, and KSAT actually ended up reposting it, and I got to sing at the Silver Stars game. It wasn't the same, but it was still like something. I got
Your
something,
foot in the door.
Yeah, I got
you know.
something out of it. So how many years ago was that? I was 15.
7?
Six years later, I finally got to actually do it, and it was at the Spurs versus Lakers game. So
That was a big game too.
yeah,
Are you a Spurs fan?
I am a Spurs fan.
Who's your
Okay, good.
favorite Spurs player right now on the roster?
So to be completely honest with you, I don't have one because all of my favorite players were the OGs that are no longer on the team.
Okay. But if you had to pick one.
I know it's hard. We have a lot of good players, but our season hasn't been the best.
Yeah,
Not
season's
at
been
all. Like, I love them
sad.
to death. I'm always
Yeah.
going to be like, I'm always going to honor them.
Okay, so the OGs, who's your favorite?
Ginobili.
Ginobili!
Yeah.
I love Ginobili. That was my
I
favorite.
actually wanted to marry him at some point. It didn't happen, but like I had his poster on my wall, and I was a little girl, and I would always tell mom, like, "So can you put the Spurs game on?" All too loud that like I'm ready to watch Ginobili. Like, oh my god, I was really ugly, but like yeah. So it was a dream come true, and I had so much fun. I wasn't nervous until the lights went off, and then like I had to go number 2 and my heart was beating really fast. But like other than that, it went really well. I think it went really well. I actually like practiced because I was so like I wanted it to go as well as it possibly could. It was cool, and it was nice to tell my family, my friends, because they kind of something like that is very like the older people appreciate stuff like that, you know, when you sing national anthem at like any kind of official thing. I think it's cool. Like, and
how was the
impressive.
process? Like you had to rehearsal, right?
The sound check.
Sound check, okay.
Yeah. It was the beginning of that day, and I got to be on the court. They asked me if I wanted to do it multiple times, but I didn't want to like jinx myself or just like overdo it. So I just went down there and I did it. They told me where to stand. I did the sound check, and it was interesting to see how it sounded like when the place was like almost empty. And just singing into, oh my god, amazing. Like when you sing into sound systems like that, it's like it gives you chills.
Does that get you your vision to where you see yourself singing in front of thousands, like for your own concert?
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
did you get that feeling when you're?
Yeah, when I close my eyes and like when I'm feeling out, the mic was kind of like this, and yeah, it's.
You did an incredible job.
Thank
I
you.
listened to it and I was like, wow.
Was that the
Thank
first time
you.
you singing the national anthem, or have you before for? Like,
No,
other
yeah,
events?
I do. Yeah, I was a gymnast like majority of my life. In every meet they would have me sing the national anthem. So I kind of had a lot of practice like leading up to that moment. Everyone's like, are you gonna forget the words? My mom's all scared for me, like
Some people
make sure
forget
you
the
don't
words,
forget
or
the
they
words.
they
And I've
miss
watched,
the words.
yeah, and I've watched like huge stars like forget the words. And I think it's one of those things where it kind of became something that I don't have to think about, almost like the Pledge of Allegiance, where you don't really think about what you're saying because you've done it so many times. So luckily I did it so many times to where I can't forget it because like it was engraved in there.
So after you're done, everything, how did you feel?
I felt really good. I felt like it went really, really well. Like,
Did you get to meet some of the Lakers?
I did. I briefly met Bryn, what's his name? We were just talking about him earlier.
The Spurs player?
The Spurs player?
Yeah.
Oh, Bryn Forbes.
Yes. I've met Danny, but not at this game, like before that.
Danny Green, okay.
I did meet another player. I can't remember his name at all.
Should
I
have been here
shook
with
his
us.
hand.
We were here with
Yeah,
all
so
the players.
so that same night,
They had an
after party,
yes.
and it was here. So.
I heard.
LeBron was actually
I saw
sitting
them all
right here.
at the Tequila.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You saw them where?
the
At the-
Mitiera.
Oh, me
Oh, I said
Yeah.
Tequila. Look
I
at
know.
Yeah,
I was like, where?
I know. You said it's something else.
Tequila. I saw
Yeah,
them at
Mitieras.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew what you were saying.
He was like, yeah.
I knew what you were saying. That's why I went along with it. I was like, I know what she was saying.
Yeah.
And now you have
but
people
they're all
asking you to
just
sing the national anthem.
gigantic. Oh heck no. No.
So what's in the future for you in 2020? What are some of the projects that maybe you could share or events that are coming up for you that you're going to be part of?
Project wise, I have 2 right now that aren't out yet that I'm preparing the rollout for. Lots of music videos and potentially me not being in San Antonio anymore.
Oh, wow.
Not potentially, it's gonna happen. But
And where are you going to go to, though?
To California.
California.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where
That
everyone
would,
goes.
that's
Makes sense.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your fans are gonna miss you.
Yeah.
She'll come visit.
Yeah, I just, I think,
Are you born from San Antonio?
yes, I've been here my whole life.
Okay. Have you traveled a lot?
I actually have.
Nice.
I've been to Costa Rica for a
Ooh.
songwriting retreat. I went to England for my 20th birthday. Me and my best friend Juliet saved up and went there for 2 weeks.
Dang.
And I actually met them through Instagram, a bunch of artists, and they ended up booking me for their show. So I went
that's
over there
dope.
and I got to like perform in Manchester. It was like, the best
That's dope.
experience of my whole entire
That
life.
is amazing.
Like, I'm still close to them too, so I would live there like near future, like speaking that into existence. But it's so beautiful. Like, having a car over there is considered like huge. Like, people don't need cars because everything is so,
Close,
yes,
tight.
I love it.
Is the steering wheel on the other side over there?
Yeah.
I always see that in movies. I'm
It's
like,
so,
I feel
and
it's
there's
so
there's
weird.
no like lights either. It's all roundabouts. There's really no stopping when you're driving. It's just yielding and roundabouts. Like, stop signs are not
There'll
a
be
thing.
too many accidents over here with that
No,
shit.
yeah, I'm saying,
San
yeah,
Antonio don't know how to be driving.
exactly.
I said it.
And I went to Vegas for my very first time for my 21st birthday.
Oh, there you go.
This year
When's
too.
your birthday?
August
August what?
9th.
Oh.
August 9th.
Vegas
August
is
9th.
actually I was in Vegas. Oh no, I was in Vegas in November for Halloween. Actually, I went to
Really?
Vegas for Halloween.
Dang.
Yeah, my very first time on Halloween. It was litty.
Yeah.
So
it
how was your
real
first time
fun.
going to Vegas?
It was awesome. I went with family and friends. I don't drink, so I mean, I didn't get like super litty, but I can get litty by myself with no drugs. So, you know what I'm saying? It was really beautiful.
I love
Like,
it.
seeing all the lights
Yeah.
and just like the city in general and the lifestyle, how fast
Yeah,
everything
it's
is.
crazy.
It's
So you don't
crazy.
drink, like you don't drink period, or you just don't drink?
I don't drink. I don't
often or
like
like-
it. If I'm like out with my friends and it's like some fruity shit that you can't taste the alcohol, I'll sip on it, you
Yeah.
know. But I've never gotten like drunk or like I can't. I just don't like it.
That's good.
I
Stay
just don't like
focused.
the way it tastes.
That's
And I
good.
don't want to not be in control of my body because who knows what the hell I'll act like. I don't know. I don't want to not be aware and do some stupid shit and then hear
That may-
about it the
that may
next
get you
day.
famous.
I don't
That's
want.
actually-
I don't
no.
want that to ever be a
That is
thing.
smart. Very smart.
So that's kind of also a fear that I have of that. But yeah.
If you do it with your family. If
No,
you do-
yeah.
If you do, or with close friends. I remember my mom when she allowed us to drink in high school. So she would say, "Hey, you're gonna drink. You make sure you drink here at home,
Mm-hmm.
so I can watch you and then whatever." And she's like, "You're gonna do drugs? You do drugs here?"
Here?
She's like, "Oh, dang, mom." I was like, "All right." I was like, "Well, by all
Right
means."
on.
You know, and I remember my mom, we threw a high school party, like, it was like my freshman year. She's like, "You have no friends?" I was like, "Mom," I was like, "Don't tempt me." I was like, "You let me bring alcohol. I have all the friends in the world."
Oh yeah.
And we had so many friends out there, and it's so crazy because of the fact that a lot of them were smoking pot. And my stepdad is a pharmacist, and he was like, took a hit.
Oh my god.
He's like, "This is some weak shit." He was like, "This is what y'all smoking now?" And I was like, "God damn."
Oh my god.
But she was that parent that if you were going to the house to drink and party, that you had to leave your keys. She had the big ass
Oh,
silver
yeah,
bowl,
that's
and
good.
you
That's
dropped the
good.
keys.
That's dope.
If you didn't want to drop your keys, and you couldn't
You
drink.
can't. Yeah.
So
Hell
yeah.
dope.
yeah.
That's the.
So
best
like before
parenting.
everyone leaves, did she make them sober up?
No, they stayed the night, and then
Oh,
and
word?
then we woke up early, and she was making breakfast for everyone.
That's
Oh,
so
that's love right there.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is love
So
right
my
there.
house was kind of like the party house in a
And that's your
sense.
mom.
That's my mom. That
I
was
want
my
to
mom.
meet her. She seems like cool peeps.
Yeah, that was my mom. She would do stuff like that. But so that's like for me when I started drinking, like when I did drink, because I
Yeah.
don't drink anymore. I got that experience, luckily knowing that, hey, I can get drunk in front of someone that can watch over me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you ever do get to that, do it with people that you can trust.
For sure. Yeah. That's awesome, though.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. I wish I had a parent like that.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking about music videos. How do you go about your music videos? Do you have certain videographers that you already work with, a team and everything like that?
I usually work with Dave. Shout out to Dave.
There we go.
He's amazing at making cinematic stuff.
Okay.
He could do the simplest thing and it will look like a movie. Because that's just how talented he is behind the camera and with editing and stuff. I also keep videos in mind while I write. That's really fun to do, I think. Mm-hmm. Whenever I'm writing, I think about if I was actually telling a story or describing a feeling and I could see it on a screen, like how would I, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Usually I'll have like ideas that are like out of budget, but like one day I'm gonna be able to do the most cinematic shit that I want to do, But yeah, I think every single song, like I said, is a real experience and it has a story behind it. And that's my favorite part. When the music is done and when you can get back in there and make a movie about it, that's like, it's a whole world. Like, that's...
Yeah, because you have a lot of music videos and I've seen them. Yeah. And like, how do you direct your own music videos? Or do you have someone
most of the time I come up with the main idea and then... the director will kind of enhance it and add more stuff, make it better. Like with Rem, all I wanted, or all the idea that I had for Rem, which is I think my third video I've ever done, at the time I was obsessed with Stranger Things, and I wanted it to be like an upside down world, which is why the video was like turning the entire time. I just wanted it to be something that you would only witness in a dream or a nightmare.
That's dope.
And I just wanted it to be beautiful. Like we were in LA and we rented out this room with a bathtub and like a fake tree, and like we didn't have a set like, okay, we're gonna do like a treatment. We kind of just like flew with ideas, like we just bounced off of each other. I think the most idea, like the biggest idea I had for a music video probably was Break My Heart, which is my very first video that I ever like fully put everything into and like it got done. Cause like I just had every single idea for that song, like the whole diner and like the, and I was young too, so everything was just all dainty and
so
cheesy.
do you like your process of growth? Like, do you like how first music and like, because you know how there's certain people that they just put music out just to put out and they don't really think about the process, like, well, I like this 5 years later, can I go back to the song and say, hey, I really like that song?
I that's probably one of my favorite parts about making music, because sometimes I listen to my old stuff and I'm like, damn, I sucked. Like I'll be like, I could not sing, I had no control, my writing was off, you know what I'm saying? But it's also good because I'm like, wow, like
see the growth.
I got better, you know? Like every single time I make a song, I think I get better. I'm learning how to produce right now also, and that's something that I've always wanted to learn how to do, and I'm finally like getting the hang of it. And I think that is, when I recorded and produced my very first song, I was like freaking out about it, like bad. I was sending it to everyone like, guys, this is my first song I've ever, and it wasn't like super crazy, but I think that's like, if I were to control anything, I think that would be something I want to in the future. Like I want to be able to produce a whole album for myself, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to get that to that good.
Now, are you open to do collaborations with other artists like locally here? Do you get like, do people reach out to you, say, hey, I want you to come?
Yes,
and
they do.
Is it easy for you to say no, or is it hard for you to say no, or how does that process work?
I don't want to say it's easy for me to say no, but I am very like selective with who I work with.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. First, I just want to make sure that I like you as a person before anything. And if I think my brand doesn't match, I usually like won't move forward with it. But if I genuinely, usually how I go about features or collaborations is if I'm a fan of theirs, like if I like am inspired by them in any kind of way, then that's when I'm like, yeah, I'll positively do a collaboration with you. Like,
Who have you worked with?
Philip Wolf is one of them. He doesn't live here anymore, but he's like my big brother. Swanee Ivy as well. Who else have I done collabs with? I haven't collabed with any woman. I don't think I've ever done a song with a girl before. And I really... Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Thank you for saying that. I did. Just a few days ago, I think. It came out. Shout out to Ja. Her project just dropped, and I just released a song with her. I'm featured on the song.
Okay. What's her name?
Super dope. Ja. Jah.
Okay.
And the project is called To All the Girls I Shouldn't Mention. So if you want to hear that new record, check it out. She's the first... Oh, my God. She's the first girl that Yes.
The first one?
Yeah.
So can you sing a little bit about that, sing that song? Or sing your chorus or your verse?
Oh my God, if I mess up the words, you can't laugh at me. Well, you don't know
We
them,
wouldn't
but...
know.
Oh my God. Okay. Take my love while you still have it, sitting there like traffic. Last one made me numb. Once I'm done. When you touch me, I feel lavish. Looks good like a catfish. Last one made me numb. Once I'm done. Thank you to my past love.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So is she a singer or
She's
rapper?
a rapper. Yeah,
Okay.
she does have some vocals though. She throws them in there. She does have like, she sings too.
I've never heard of her. I'm gonna have to check her out.
She's crazy.
Is there anyone else in San Antonio, like any other local artists?
I'm forgetting about someone.
Or may
I
want
am
to work
forgetting
with in the
about someone.
future? Someone that you do listen to, you haven't had a chance to work with?
In San Antonio, there's a few that are unreleased that I don't want to say yet. That I couldn't wait to work with, and I'm finally getting to work with them. I do want to collab with AJ. AJ Bray.
What?
Oh, I was like,
AJ
No,
who?
not AJ Hearns, AJ Bray.
Bray.
I don't know who
Yeah,
it is either.
check him out. Shout out to him.
Okay.
I've been a fan of his for a while, and he's getting better and better every time I listen.
So
to
again,
him.
AJ
Bray.
Is he a rapper?
Right? Yes.
Okay.
And singer.
Oh, he does
Okay.
both? Okay.
Have you worked with AJ Hearns?
No, I have spoke to him though. We
Okay.
follow each other. He's amazing.
Shout out to AJ Hearns.
Yeah. I haven't worked with him though, but
Okay.
he's awesome.
Yeah, good people for
Yeah.
sure. Shout out to Scott Maloof too. I know he was watching. He was his manager.
Yes. Scott Maloof.
Good people. Is there anything else?
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Ding ding ding. I've collabed with K Dot too. K Dot
I've
LA.
heard
Yes,
the
that
name
was.
before.
I think that was the first girl feature that I've ever had.
Oh, okay.
I had to there was no way that I wasn't gonna I forgot about that. Yes, her and Ja are the two. Yeah, that I've collabed with.
I feel so old. I'm like
No,
out of
I
the
know.
local music
No,
thing
yeah,
here
and
now.
all these people are like crazy. So there's so much talent here. Like they're
Yeah.
amazing.
San Antonio does have a
Like-
San Antonio does have
a lot of talent.
Yes.
I think the music that San Antonio here locally, it's one. I think our music, when it comes to hearing music, it takes us years. We're behind, but I think the music that the people in here that are making the music just need to get that exposure. I think San
Yeah.
Antonio is a huge market to where people should want to be coming to San Antonio to get record labels and stuff like that instead of vice versa going to California or something like that, in my opinion, because there's so many talented
There's a lot of talent. here.
musicians
Yeah.
and artists out there. Now, I was going to ask you something. Now I just went blank. Now I remember. Do you go out to different venues and do you know certain DJs here in town? Because the reason why I ask is because I want to know who your top 5 DJs are.
I
Here,
don't
if
know
yeah, because I don't know
enough.
if you yeah. So
Yeah.
who are some of the DJs that you do know that, and if you do know, you think about it right now.
To be completely honest with you, at the top of my head, I can only think of one. To be honest, like I'm
Who
just
is that?
gonna be
Who's that?
DJ Shades, and also Dub from Frito Gang.
Oh, nice.
Those
Okay.
two.
He's dope. I like
those
him.
two guys. Spec. Both of them, right? Yes. Dub and Spec, the
There you go.
twins from Frito Gang, and
There
DJ
you go.
Shades. So
I
shout
see
out
them.
to y'all.
They're at St. Mary's Strip a lot. They'll be
Are
having a
they?
nice win when they were
Yes.
at Rumble too.
Yeah.
A couple weeks
Okay,
ago.
I
So
So
haven't heard
they're
of them,
they're
so-
my age. I'm not.
No.
I'm not. Yeah, they're my age. But they're amazingly talented.
Also,
And-
do you plan on doing any like local events? Like, do you ever go to a bar and say, "Hey, you know what?" Like an open mic and just start singing, or have you done stuff like that? Or,
I would say I used to if I'm with my family and they ask
Yeah.
me to sing at a karaoke, like hell yeah, like I'll jump
Yeah.
on the mic and I'll sing. But yeah, I don't think I like ever go just to go karaoke. I don't think I
Yeah.
yeah. I've never done that. I don't think I've done that.
in this past year, or even the years before, have you done events like at different venues, like yourself, like
Yes,
a
I did have my
a
album release
yeah,
party
stuff like
at
that.
the Bonham Exchange this
Okay.
year. It was amazing. It was probably the best event that I've ever had for myself before. There was a lot of people that showed up and people that I didn't know that made me cry. Also, went to the
Aw.
restroom, cried. Like seriously. But I did like a acoustic set upstairs in the room that they have upstairs,
Mhm.
and then I went downstairs and I did a set with my dancers as well. So it was like
Nice.
really like
That's
they
dope.
gave me a lot of like freedom with what we did with the event and stuff. And Energy 94 also helped with that too. I actually did a showcase there as well at Energy, and then I did a video premiere for Writing Waves there.
nice.
And I didn't really promote it because I just kind of invited like my inner circle and people that inspire me around the city that I wanted to be a private thing. So that was really awesome. And this past year I think it wasn't I would say it was like I did a lot of events in San Antonio. I did like the Block Party 2, the Essex Festival, the album thing. I did a show in Dallas. It was like a mini Texas like go round
There we
for
go.
my album, like to push it and stuff. So yeah.
What are
I did a
some
lot
big
of
goals for the
shows.
new year for you for 2020?
I would say definitely my own tour for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who would you have open up for you?
I've never thought of that.
Well, gotta think about it.
I've never thought
Yeah.
of that.
Gonna have to think of that.
I don't think I've thought
You're gonna
of
be
that.
headlining.
So if
you
there's
need someone
anyone
to open
that
up for
wants
you.
to open up for her, just reach out to her. This weekend, do you have any big plans for this weekend that you're gonna be doing?
Think. For Friday, my friends are trying to get Friday the 13th tattoos.
What?
I will not be getting one, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, the
Saturday-
tattoos last forever, y'all.
Saturday, I have a video shoot
All right.
with Jaw for the
Okay.
song we just
Nice.
did.
Awesome.
I'm not sure what I have on Sunday, but yeah, music video and friends.
There we go. Nat
Oh,
Boogie.
and studio, of course, but that's like every week. So
Nat Boogie, what you got going on this weekend?
I actually don't have plans for once, but I do want to go downtown and look at the lights. That was like a big thing I wanted to do.
Yes!
Yeah, that was a big thing I wanted to do
Like
on
San-
Friday.
Have you been to Santa's Ranch?
No, is that downtown?
No, that's not
Stop
Sandra.
it.
That's
It's
that's
like
Bernie, right?
in,
No,
New
New
Braunfels.
Braunfels. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's so badass.
I was like, that was the whole point
just
in
take your
why I wanted to
car.
go on Friday, and then we just
It's
got
a
drunk
cute
and just
date
bought off.
too. If
Is
you
it?
want to go on a date,
I
or
need a man
something.
for that. Guys, holla at me. Slide in
Guys,
my
she
DMs.
needs a date for Santa's Ranch. Please, I'm taking submissions.
Oh man.
But yeah, I do want to look at the lights, and then I know, have y'all been to the ice skating rink? I haven't been, but I heard that it's
Lake
dope.
Travis,
At
Travis Park.
Yeah.
No.
I heard it's dope, but I kind of want
I
to go
think
check
I
it out.
saw it today. I think I passed by it today. It's not free, right? I
It
thought
was that day. I don't know
Now
if that
it's
was a
not.
thing. I honestly have no idea. I haven't been. I probably won't skate, but I kind of want to go check it out.
wanna
Just
go ice
downtown's just
skate.
beautiful, like during Christmas. And you
Honestly,
have, like,
that's my
everything.
favorite thing about
Yeah.
San Antonio.
The Riverwalk and everything is just beautiful. So I want to,
yes.
I want to take advantage and go check that out. But I
Yes.
mean, I really don't have any plans as of now. But I'm sure I'll drink somewhere.
She needs a date to Santa's Ranch, so
I do.
like,
Holla at me.
slide in the DM.
Oh man.
Look at her.
Look at her. Not boogie.
Getting pimped out. I love it.
I know. Man, oh man.
you
Anything
doing?
happens at late night, you know? I have Hotel Discotheque this Saturday, and you never know who may show up and pop up.
Sheesh.
We have some big parties that have already been booked for this Saturday. Also, New Year's Eve is coming around the corner. We're almost sold out with our VIP reservations at Hotel Discotheque. If you haven't been, it's the best nightclub in the city, my opinion. And I think really it is, just in general. And what else? Just some meetings on Friday. Some parties to attend to, like for friends. And then I think
Yes.
we're doing, I got invited to one of our sponsors from our other show. We had for Epic Magazine, they invited me to go out there to for their Christmas party. So
Nice.
be doing that too. So, and then Sunday just family and loved ones and pizza and ice cream.
You know, it's 2 weeks till Christmas.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
fucking crazy.
Christmas is
Oh
soon.
my
It's 2 weeks. Like,
Have
I
you
think
done all
2
your
weeks in a
Christmas
day
shopping?
or two.
Yeah, I've done one. One.
I'm all about Amazon. Amazon Prime is live during the holidays. I
Yeah.
don't do
Yeah,
the crowds
usually
and
you don't
everything
do
like
the
that.
shop.
I'm like, I'll order
Honestly,
everything
I'm
online.
beginning to get more and more scared of going shopping, like
It's crazy,
publicly.
especially like Black
I
Friday. all this
really
stuff.
am like getting scared to go,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
online shopping.
just
is
with
life.
crazy people. Like,
No.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. All the stuff going on these days.
Mhm.
And what happened at the Rim actually yesterday?
Wait,
too. I want to
Yes.
say rest in peace. You didn't hear about that?
yeah,
Yeah.
what happened?
The guy got shot at the Rim yesterday. Like they pulled up to his
Yeah.
car and shot up his car, and he had his 8-year-old son in the back seat.
It's-
Luckily, his son's okay, but he passed
Yeah,
away this
he
morning.
passed
He was a
away.
local
Was it
artist
like
too. That a lot of people knew.
revenge thing,
They
or-
said it was definitely a targeted hit. I mean, when you see pictures of his car, it's like it's
Oh yeah,
shot up.
he got shot up. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everyone
Very
be
sad,
safe
so
out
rest
there.
in peace. And at the Rim,
aware of
like,
your
anywhere you go
surroundings.
now, you're not safe anywhere. So
Holy.
be safe out there. Rest in peace. I know some of the people that I know
Yes.
knew him, so definitely wanted to have some respect there for that.
Yes.
Do you want to social media?
Yes, I'm mostly active on Instagram, and it is angel_Cintron. Cintron.
And what's your Facebook? Is your name actually
My name is actually Angelina.
Angelina? Okay.
Angelina.
That feels so weird when I said that. Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like,
My
huh.
name is actually Angelina. It's Angelina Cintron. That's my Facebook. Full name, not Angelica. Angelina.
Angelina.
Angelina. Yes. And then Twitter, Angel Cintron _.
Do you use Twitter?
I do.
I've had Twitter
I'm not
for
like
years,
extreme on it, but I do. I love Twitter. It's so
So-
funny.
and
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for you.
Yes.
Nice.
Not
And your
getting out my
YouTube channel too
Snapchat.
as well, right?
The what?
And your YouTube channel.
Yeah, my YouTube is Angel Cintron. Yes.
So subscribe to her on YouTube.
Subscribe, watch my videos, tell me what you think. Please.
And in my social media, it's for Instagram. Personal is official Mike Anthony.Torres. For business, Facebook and Instagram are All Access MA. And that's it for me.
And I am Natalie Charlene on Facebook, Natboogie, NATBOOGI. course, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And once again, we just want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
for having
me. This was
for
fun.
singing for us and everything like that. It
Episode
was
number
really,
45.
Really dope. You are the first artist we've had.
First artist.
So it was really, really cool. Thank you for blessing the mic with us. We do appreciate it. If you're just, I know some people are just tuning in. Shout out to Question. Of course, we have Miss Angel Steen Throne over here. And of course, Mike Anthony and myself, Nat Boogie. This is Late Nights with All Access. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. And we'll see y'all next Monday at 10:30 p.m. Y'all have a good night.